My name's Mat Holz, and together with Pryde, I'm going to talk through some training techniques that I use to use my horse in a way that I can draft my cattle and separate my beast from the mob and start work. Today I'm working with my 7-year-old chestnut mare. Her name's Sugar. I'm going to work through some training drills that I like to ensure that my horse is in tune with me and that I can put them wherever I want. First of all, I like to know that they will collect for me with my feet and my hands. I also like to be able to walk them in a small circle and have them flex to the inside of the circle, around my inside leg. I also like to do a counter bend so that my horse will continue in that same circle and respond off my outside leg in that same small circle. The next thing I like to do is to ensure that my horse has control of the hind end. So I'll do a turn in the forehand simply by using my outside leg and using my hands to stop my horse in front. From there, I go into a stop and turn around. So into my stop, I like to have a little draw back and then a nice little step through 180 degrees. Work on 180 degrees all the time. So same again, little draw back and step through. From there, I will increase. I also like a nice backup. From there, I'll increase the speed in my work, but I definitely start with slow training and increase the speed later on. When I go to cut my cattle out, I like to think that my horse can be my legs, so that everywhere I want to be to drive the beast or defend, I can maneuver my horse so that I can be in the position I need to single my beast out and start work. So all of that control of your horse, for me, is a necessity. So to build on a bit of speed, I'll ask my mare to canter off. I'll ask her to go into a stop, little draw back, and a turn around. Same again, little draw back, turn around. The other thing I like to work on is going from walk to canter, but in a reverse arc. So if I walk up to wherever my cattle are and I need to push into a spot, I can press with my left leg here and ask them to step into a position and then stop. So once I feel like I have control of my horse to be my legs, I can now approach my cattle with confidence that I can maneuver my horse into position that I need to separate my beast from the mob, whether it be down the back of the yard or at the front of the yard. So I'm going to single out a little black baldy steer, broken face black baldy steer. He's in the middle of the mob. Now, he doesn't want to come out, so I'm going to take a few up to the front. They're going to go to my right. I always take my beast the same way the other cattle want to flow. So now it's on the outside, so I can push into my beast, and now I have my beast clear. I'm going to pick out this Charolais heifer, which is right over the back of the mob, and I'm going to see if I can single her out to start work like it's at a camp draft, and I'm going to show the judge what my horse has. So now the Charolais heifer doesn't want to come out. Oh, here she comes with one other. So in a position just here. So now I've got to be defensive because I have two in front of me. I've got to wait for my time. Now if I slow this heifer down here and step in between, now I have my heifer clean and I can start work. One thing that when I'm training my horse to chase my cattle is I like to have speed control. So when I build my horse up from my slow work and I start to get speed control, I'll extend my horse out into a hand gallop, and then as I want her to slow down, I'll sit back in my saddle and slow her down, get her to collect up again and relax. Same again, I'll extend her out, I'll sit back in my saddle, get her to come back. I don't even mind if they want to come back to a trot or even a walk. If they're happy to come back for you, it is so much easier when you're chasing cattle. The other thing I like to do in my speed work, once I slow down, I like to go into a small circle. I cut into a small circle here so that a horse can cut away or get to the inside of a cow if needed. It is always a good thing when a horse wants to stop.